72 hours ago, there were thousands of ants in this kitchen. Every counter, every cabinet edge, the trail along the baseboard that never stopped no matter what you sprayed on it. This morning, there is not one ant in this house. Not on the counter, not on the floor, not on the baseboard trail that has been there since April. $4 of paste placed in 4 spots. That is the entire operation. And here is the part that changes how you think about every ant product you have ever bought. The spray you used did not fail because it was weak. It failed because killing the ants you can see was never going to solve the problem. The colony has a queen. She produces up to 800 eggs per day. You spray 1,000 workers. She replaces them in 48 hours. The spray company counts on that cycle. It is their entire business model. The paste does not kill the ants you can see. It lets them live long enough to walk back into the colony and feed the poison to every ant they encounter, including the queen. The colony kills itself from the inside out. If you have been fighting the same ant trail for more than 2 weeks and nobody told you about this, hit like right now. Because this is the one the ant spray industry needs you to never find. Here is what is actually happening inside an ant colony and why spray will never solve it. An ant colony is not a random group of insects. It is a superorganism with a specific hierarchy and a specific food distribution system that makes it almost impossible to poison from the outside. At the center of the colony is the queen. She never leaves the nest. She never touches the food you put out. She is fed by workers who chew food and pass it mouth to mouth in a process called trophallaxis. Every worker that collects food shares it with other workers, with larvae, and ultimately with the queen through this chain of mouth-to-mouth feeding. When you spray ant killer on the trail, the pyrethroid compound in the spray kills the workers on contact. But it kills them fast. Too fast. The worker dies before it returns to the nest. The poison never enters the food chain. The queen never receives a single molecule of it. She keeps laying 800 eggs a day. The colony replaces the dead workers within 2 days and reroutes the trail slightly to avoid the sprayed area. This cycle repeats indefinitely. The spray company schedules the next service visit. Borax paste works because it is slow. A worker ant that walks through borax paste and ingests a small amount will not die for 24 to 72 hours. It has enough time to walk back into the colony, to feed other workers through trophallaxis, to feed larvae, for those workers to feed the queen. The borax moves through the entire food chain before the first ant dies. By the time you see dead ants on day 2, the queen has already been dosed. The colony has no replacement. It collapses. Here is why ant bait has to be paste and not powder or spray. Ants are selective feeders. They cannot eat solid powder. They need to be able to pick up food and carry it or consume it on contact. Spray evaporates and leaves a residue that scouts detect as danger and route around. Paste stays wet long enough for ants to consume it and carry it. It does not evaporate. It stays in place for days exactly where you put it. The ratio matters. Too much borax in the paste and the worker dies too fast before reaching the colony. Too little and the dose is ineffective. The correct ratio has been published by university entomology departments since the 1970s. The University of Florida Extension Service, which runs the largest fire ant research program in the country, confirmed it. It is the same ratio used in professional bait gels that Orkin and Terminix apply and charge $300 per treatment. Here is exactly what you need and how to make it. 1 box of 20 Mule Team Borax. $4 at any hardware store, Walmart, or dollar store. This is the only thing you need to buy. Peanut butter, 2 tablespoons, whatever brand you have in your kitchen. Powdered sugar, 2 tablespoons, not granulated, powdered. The fine texture mixes completely with the peanut butter, so the ant cannot separate the sugar from the borax. Granulated sugar stays in visible crystals, and ants learn to eat around it. Mix 2 tablespoons of peanut butter with 2 tablespoons of powdered sugar in a small bowl. Add 1 teaspoon of borax. Mix until completely incorporated. The paste should be smooth. No visible borax crystals. No separation. That is your colony killer. Here's exactly where to put it and why placement is everything. You are not trying to attract ants to a random location. You are intercepting the trail they are already using. Ants follow pheromone trails that have already been established. Place the paste directly on or immediately beside an active trail. Use a small piece of cardboard or the cap of a bottle as your bait station. Place a dime-sized amount of paste on it. You do not need more than that. Ants are small. A dime-sized amount feeds a significant portion of a colony. Place bait stations at 4 points. On the active trail inside your home. near the entry point where the trail enters the building, near any food source the ants have been targeting, and if you can find it, near where the trail exits the building back toward the nest. Do not spray anything near the bait. Do not wipe the trail. Do not disturb the ants working the bait. This is the mistake most people make. They see hundreds of ants on the paste and panic and spray. The ants crowding the bait are doing exactly what you need them to do. They are collecting the poison and taking it home. Leave them alone for 48 to 72 hours. Here is what you will see over the next 3 days, and what each stage means. Day 1. Within 2 to 4 hours of placing the bait, you will see more ants than you have seen before. This is not the paste failing. This is the paste working. Scout ants find the food source and lay a recruitment trail. Workers flood in to collect the resource. This is the moment when maximum distribution into the colony happens. More workers at the bait means more carriers bringing borax back to the queen. Day 2. Ant activity at the bait slows significantly. Fewer workers are coming. The colony is beginning to experience the effect of the borax moving through the food chain. Some workers are dying inside the nest. The distribution chain is weakening. Day 3. The trail is gone or nearly gone. Any remaining ants are disoriented. The pheromone trail maintenance has stopped because the workers maintaining it are dead. The queen has been dosed. Her egg production has stopped or slowed dramatically. By day 4, in most cases, the colony is functionally eliminated. You may see a small number of straggler ants for a few additional days as remaining workers find their way out of a collapsing nest structure. These are the last of the colony, and they will not establish a new trail. One important detail that determines whether this works completely or partially. If you have more than one ant colony foraging in your space, you need bait on each active trail separately. 2 colonies do not share bait across trail boundaries. Each trail represents a separate colony with a separate queen. Each needs its own bait station. The way to identify separate colonies is by trail direction. 2 trails that meet and then diverge toward different exit points are 2 separate colonies. Treat each independently. Now here is the detail about the paste recipe that professional exterminators know, but the product industry does not want you to apply at home. Ant colonies shift their dietary preference between protein and sugar depending on the season and the colony's current needs. In spring and summer, when the colony is building new workers, they prioritize protein. Peanut butter is the protein source. In late summer and fall, when the colony is preparing for winter, they prioritize carbohydrates. Pure sugar paste works better in fall. The combined peanut butter and powdered sugar paste covers both preferences simultaneously. If you find the ants are not taking the bait within 2 hours, try a version with more sugar and less peanut butter, or pure honey mixed with borax. The attractant can be adjusted. The borax ratio stays the same. Drop in the comments and tell me which ant you are dealing with. Pavement ants along the kitchen baseboard. Carpenter ants in the garage. Fire ants in the yard. Little black ants in the bathroom. Each species has a preference, and I can tell you the exact attractant adjustment that works fastest for your specific situation. And tell me your state. Fire ant pressure in Texas is completely different from pavement ant pressure in Ohio, and the application strategy is different for outdoor colonies versus indoor trails. If this changes how you think about that ant trail you have been fighting all summer, hit subscribe. Every week I put out something the pest control industry quietly hoped you never learned. Last week it was the $12 spinning roof vent that cools your house all night without electricity. The week before that, the $4 foundation barrier that stops ants before they ever map your house. They built a business on problems that never get permanently solved. We are permanently solving them. Earl out.